Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I didn't realize the time. Um, we got a like big spikes going on the open. Let me share my screen with you guys. Just one sec. I am going to short this move here right now. Although it's sort of not off my number, but I'm short here from the 50s, and I'm going to try and get. I already got my part of my trade done, but I think I'm going to reshort it again. Okay, let me see if I can. So I'm short again from the 50. Sorry, I'm off screen here, and I got it done again. Sorry. So super fast. I'll explain to you why in just one second. But if you guys are following my Twitter feed, basically the important thing is that we have. I'm just wondering if I should kind of tempted to short it again. Okay, I'm going to hold off. We'll hold off. We'll hold off and be a little bit patient here. I'm looking for. Let's see how this. I'm looking for kind of like a secondary turn sell signal on this. If it happens, the reason why is because uh, if you saw my tweet earlier this morning, we broke the 200 SMA to the downside for the first time on the hourly chart for the first time since the 21st of May. We could be a transition day today, but it really feels to me the strongest bias right now is to the downside. So I'm actually going to watch this again. Let me just go. I'm going to go to full 10 target here. Let's see if this holds. This needs to hold through the break here, and if it does, I'm going to short it again. But it's got to fall out of the green zone, because the whole point is that if we changed bias, the long-term bias to the short side, we should only be taking short trades, short setups, which means it's just turn sells, trend sells, anywhere we go, versus what we were doing before, which is just turn buys, trend buys. So okay, so far we seem to be recovering. No signals to the downside. And while it's doing this, let me show you. Let me show you why my view changed. So we go to the 1 hour. You see, look at the 1 hour chart. On the 1 hour chart, last time we were below here was the 20th of May. This is a good 2 weeks. First time in 2 weeks that we find ourselves underneath the 200 SMA. Not we actually now are in trend to the downside, where the red zone is below. So we kind of confirm the trend to the downside, but it doesn't mean that everything instantaneous is going to work to the short side. We could have retrace trades all the way down, which is why I'm cautious to find only legitimate trend sell signals. There's obviously strong sell signal here. We basically started with strong sell signals here, and now we're trying to reverse it. But in my opinion, where's my thing? This is the problem with me trading this now. I need, I'm waiting for this thing to fall through the green cloud, and if it does, we'll go again. But it needs to fall through the green cloud again. It's there's clearly what is it? First 5-10 minutes of really trying to prop this up, and obviously the usual U.S. wants to reverse the European flow, but it feels to me like the preponderance of opinion here now is to the short side. So I'm going to hold. I'm going to give it a shot. We've got 11.10. It's really starting to drop now, but still holding. Okay, we're going to go. Went 40. What is that? 48. Looking for 38. Let's see if the trade works. It could stiff us to the downside, but I think it's going to. We'll see if it can just resume the move to the downside. Oops, really fast fall. All right, let's take this very fast markets. I took some +7. Actually, probably could have gone +8. So sorry to kind of drop you into the action, but the action kind of is very, very volatile. And look at this, and now it's full. I should have taken the full +10. Okay, anybody, let's just kind of regroup here. Hi, everybody, good morning. Anybody follow me on the short NASDAQ trades? Anybody following me what I'm doing here? Anybody understand why I got short all these things? Anybody got questions? Okay. All right, very good, very good, very good, very good. Everybody's in the zone. What? Hold on just 1 second. Oh, Kay's just posting. I was like, Kay, I thought I was posting something like that. Oh yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah, and we're starting to develop to the downside. So, okay. Okay. Karen is like, she says she hits her profit target in 7 minutes. That's good. I'm always happy to do it quick. Anyways, let's kind of just relax a little bit and go through everything. Go through everything. Slowly, because now we're just now we're establishing downtrend. Now we have to wait for retraces and so on and so forth. Let's kind of let me take you guys off screen. Let's minimize this. You know what? I freaking hate this way my computer is set up. Okay, this is what I need to do. Okay, got it. I got to set up my computers properly. Okay, so this is down. Now I have full control. Look at this thing, just completely collapsing. I should have. This is always pisses me off that I never take the 20 to 30 points, but I guess I'm never going to be that trader that takes the full move. Anyways, so single most important thing that we want to do, and this I think is the greatest realization I made in the room with all of our stuff, is that we only trade from the strong side, right? I mean, I'm always tempted. Trust me, I'll be tempted to trade the long side right now. I'm always traded to trade the weak side. What is the strong side? What is the weak side? The strong side is the side that dominates on whatever reference time frame you're going to use as your establishment of market regime. So for the 1 minute chart in indices, we use the 1 hour chart as the establishment of regime. So clearly, the strong side today is the short side, right? That's the first order of business. If we look at the YM, same kind of a thing. The strong side is the short side. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at the YM on the 1 minute chart. Let's see what we got here. We had a trend sell over here at the beginning. We can't do everything, but obviously, both signals. Look at it. Actually, the YM was really good on both sides. The whole point is that once you now have a clear regime, you commit to the strong side, which is the short side in our case right now. Because after 10 days of up markets, we're clearly starting to come off the boil a little bit. And we only take short signals today, all day long, which means we got to be patient. We got to wait for the short signals to materialize. We're going to trade from that side. And the basic premise is that if we trade from the short side, we should be 75% correct, right? That our 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, we should win 3 out of 4 times on a 1 to 2 risk reward ratio, because we're on the side of God, right? We're on the side of angels. We're just basically on the right side of the market, which is really the single most important thing you can be in any trade, is just to be on the right side of the market. It's fun to make money doing reversal trades, but really all the easy money is made on the continuation trades, right? So the key thing is with continuation trades is you want to be on the right side, on the strong side of the market. So that's basically where we're at. So today we switched from the long to the short because the longer term regimes switched around to that level, and and that's how they traded. So what's interesting is that this is a concept I really tempted to short the hell out of this thing. I have no reason to trade this, so I'm not going to do it. But you can see, I was going to look at, nothing going on over here. Wow, this we're taking out the 500 level here. Wow, really taking this out. Really feels like it's definitely going to go more. I'm tempted to trade more to the downside, but I really don't have a setup. We have to be really patient. Let it stabilize and then maybe make fresh lows. So what I was going to say is that 1 minute to 1 hour is what we do on the scalp side, and we have Nasdaq and we have YM, and all those trades, work really well, right? On the currency side, my general thought is I like to trade the 1 hour against the daily, just because I can't, I think anything shorter just doesn't seem to work. But maybe, I was going to say, just maybe, we can trade the 1 hour against the 5 minute, or let's say let's make it the 4 hour. Let's just do, here's Australia. Australia turns negative on the 4 hour, right? It actually turned negative. When was this? 28th of May, Memorial Day, right? It really kind of turned negative, broke the 200 SMA, so on and so forth. So if we wanted to trade the 5 minutes from the 28th onward to the short side, so where am I? So we're only going to take sell signals. And remember, you only to truly trade from the strong side, you want to trade sell signals underneath the underneath the moving average. But I guess you don't always get that. I mean, honestly, actually, as I'm looking over here, all the sell signals would have worked. We don't even need to worry about the move. If we took the sell signals to the meet, which means we're trading the strong side on the 5 minute. Look at all the sell signals here. There's very few sell signals that do not, especially if you're trading with a 10, 20, that don't give you that don't make the trade, right? All good. So maybe we could find kind of intraday trades. I mean, the Aussie really diving like a stone right now on the 5 minute, that are in sync with with the big side. So one of the things we can do is we can just go through here, see what's setting up on the 5 minutes. So far, nothing. Everything, I'm actually curious. So dollar yen, I'm almost certain that dollar yen is definitely going to be so dollar yen is clearly going to be a buy signal. So what I've done is I've actually created two templates. One template is to the long, one template is to the short. So look at the dollar yen. If the reason I know it's to the buy is because if you go on the 4 hour chart, it's clearly it's been in a buy mode since the 26th of May, right? So since the 26th of May, you would have been in a buy mode on dollar yen. What was Canada? Canada's been in a sell mode forever, but actually now it's starting to come back up. So this is interesting. So we can go, let's see, we're going to go to the short side, 5 minutes on Canada. And this is where it's interesting. If you get more than one consecutive failure of the broad general trend, that's very likely what it means here is that Canada is actually turning to the upside. Like if you look at Canada on the 4 hour, it's it's clearly having it's also super oversold. So it's it can make a big move to the upside just off of this. Positive dollar news today, obviously. Non-farm ADP numbers were strong. That helped yields. Yields are strong. Basically, it's a strong dollar day today. If we're looking at stuff, the euro doesn't quite have the breakthrough below the 4 hour. But if we wanted to kind of front run the euro and say, euro is really negative today, we could have certainly sold it at various points here. So let's just see what else. So euro yen is almost certainly, I don't think, not negative. Like if we go on the 4 hour chart, it's well above. Euro yen, this is a good example. Euro yen, I want the long signals. I want the turn signals. So I'm actually, this is interesting. Let's go to trade long. So euro yen, if like I can't watch this, but if we get up to about 33.75, although does it say a buy? Oh, turn buy. This was a buy signal over here. So I guess we could we could give it a shot. Euro yen. Let's just say we're gonna do this virtually because I can't put it into my platform. Maybe I could. Can I put this into my platform? I don't want to because I want to keep my platform on FX, but I think I can do this on this particular platform. Let me see. Euro yen. Let's see if this works. Just curious. I guess it can. All right, let's try this. Does it work? No. I can't do it on this platform. I guess it's not going to work. Let me see what it's going to say to me. Yeah, no, couldn't be selected. New USI. Okay. All right, I can't trade FX, but all right, let's assume we're long like 171 here, and let's see if that works towards like 180 with a 151 stop. Just because even though it's weak, it's still long on the on the long side. Okay, let's take a look at 1 minute chart. 1 minute chart. Sorry. Nasdaq just kind of stabilizing here. I'm actually looking. We might have a setup in. Oh, this should be on the. Oh, I'm looking for. I need a sell. Sorry, sell. Is this a sell? Oh, it had a sell signal over here, so doesn't have a sell signal here. Ugh. I really like this short. Should we spec it? Okay, let's spec on this. Where's my? See if I can just make 5 out of it, and I did. That was just a quick 5 here. I really like this short falling out. All right. Sorry for kind of super fast, sloppy trades today, but just sort of all the price action really happened at the start of the move. So now we're just prop trading and trying to pick up whatever we can. That's really off menu on the market. One interesting thing I actually wanted to see is let's take a look. I haven't looked at a DAX on what happened here. Cancel now. DAX. So where's the DAX on the 1 hour? Still very much a long trade. So therefore, the 1 minute, we have the long setups on the DAX. There's a trend buy over here. It would have been a great trend buy over here on the DAX. May get a turn buy. We'll watch the DAX here. Again, I can't trade the DAX from my futures account, but we can look at it here and trade it virtually. It's probably not going to give us a signal because it's a very small red retrace. Hey, good job, Miguel. I just saw that you had 7 on this thing. But you know what? We can take this here. We'll take 77. Let's say we're long 77. Just going to go for 5. Let's see if we can get 82 out of this thing on the DAX. We can watch this for a little bit. It feels like markets want to recover a little bit. I'm looking at Dow, looking at NAS. They all popped a little higher. All right, DAX will do its thing. It's very quiet. Still pretty strong sell bias. So I have one other thing I wanted to kind of share with you guys. XAU gold, yeah, okay, we'll take a look. We should take a look at gold and crypto. I'm actually curious, how many of you guys have crypto on your platform, like either Bitcoin or Ethereum? And like what are the spreads on them? Like what are you seeing as an Ethereum spread? Oh, so also while we're doing this, we should let's just take a look at all the other assets and just analyze them where they are. So if we look at Bit, and again, if I think it's really hard to trade Bitcoin on a 1 minute chart. So we kind of have to trade it on a 5, which means that our bias should be established off the 4 hour. So on the 4 hour, Bitcoin's still very much in negative mode. So if you're trading 5s, you're going to be looking at sells. So you want to go into the sell mode. Oh, sorry, should be on the 5 minute. Right, and you had pretty decent sell signals here. This one not so great because obviously it moved up, but this is a pretty good sell signal. So Bitcoin is in the sell mode. I think Ethereum is also in the sell mode on the sec, guys. So this is Ethereum. Anybody trade Ethereum? Because that's actually should be relatively decent spreads here. So Ethereum on the 4 hour, I think, is also still in a sell mode, but getting close. Ethereum is really turning back. So I have a buy alert on the YM. It looks like the DAX is barely crawling. I'm trying to get it up to the 82s. There it is, 82. Okay. So 5 on a DAX. If you guys were long the DAX, because again, the DAX was strong bias up. We had basically a turn buy signal over here on a small move, and I just took that, and that finally worked. And as you can see, all the other trades are starting to turn around. Now, there's no way that if you're algorithmically trading this that you could filter for this, but it's very, very easy to filter this when you're trading this visually, which is I never like, if I have a trend sell that is well outside the moving average envelope, it's not a trade I like to play, right? Like right now, maybe I would be short this thing because it's a little bit higher. We should have been short actually in the 90s. Maybe we could give this a try. Where's my thing? MNQ. Maybe we can give this a shot here. Smaller size. Man, I'm like, okay, 88. Do I want to go full 10? Maybe I think I'm only going to go 5 on this. Because again, I don't have a lot of faith that this is going to decline. And I just got bad execution. See, one of the things I was going to say is, yeah, I don't like this trade. This is because with these kind of trades, you're selling into the bottom, and you're going to be right, but you're going to be right somewhere around here. You're not going to be right like because it needs to squeeze up a little bit before you can reestablish the shorts. I'm going to see if I could. Do I really want this? I hate this trade. I'm going to close it out. I'm going to take a 5 loss on this, just because it's just bad positioning. The really great trade is going to be when this thing kind of breaks, if it doesn't turn sell to the downside on this one, or at least a little bit higher on these moves. Same with this. So we need a turn sell on the Dow. And like if the Dow starts coming down, that's going to be a good trade to the downside. Yeah, that was an unnecessary 5 loss. It was just bad positioning. But that's the one place, where if I am well deep into the sell zone and I'm well outside the sell envelope, I don't want to be in that trade. So now obviously we're getting a strong turn to the upside. Everybody kind of trading the other way. So we just stand out of the way because the strong trade to us is the shorts right now. And we're not going to do any reversal trades. Here's a NASDAQ recapturing 500. I think I'll give this a shot. I'll trade this to the downside on the 500 just because this is now what was former support becomes resistance. Let's see if we can get a move here to the downside. See if it breaks down. What am I looking for? 99? Should be there. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, there we go. So again, trading with the bigger picture, even if it means I'm going to give up the big V-shaped reversal opportunities, and even if it means that I have to be a little bit patient and pick my spots. Like this was basically an okay trade because I was trading against the overflow above 500, which was former support. Former support now becomes resistance on this down move. Now we consolidated. We may trade back up. Or we may fall out of the red zone, which I think is going to give me a trend sell signal. We'll have to see. If I get a trend sell signal, I'll try to follow it. Sorry, turn sell signal, not a trend sell signal. But yeah, it's really, really helpful to visualize, which side dominates, because you definitely eliminate. I was looking yesterday. Pretty much all my losses were to the short side, which was the weak side yesterday, and I'm pretty sure a lot of my wins or my losses today, or certainly most of my wins were to the short side, and definitely a couple of my losses early in the day were to the long side because that was the weak side. Trying to see if this triggers. Huh? Why is that not? Oh! Of course, it's not gonna do a turn. I'm in the red zone. I'm like, why? I forgot my own rules. The turn is only in the green zone. I was like, why is it not triggering? Okay, sorry guys. I got too excited with my own stuff. That 500 short is definitely would have been good for 10 had I just waited a little bit. Certainly wouldn't have been good for 10. Now we seem to be really turning hard the other way. Oops, sorry. I hit the wrong button here. So, we're consolidating. If we were in a strong buy mode, like if we're, if the long-term trend was to the buy, this would be a buy for us because this would actually be, a turn to the buy side. And, we could try it. But you can see how much weaker it is, like, I mean, we could definitely, it would have worked. It's just that it's not the strong, the strong trade is to the short side. And I'm trying, I know that I want to generate more trades in the chat room, so I'm always going to go off script. And if I am going to go off script, this is probably the best way to go off script. But you can see how even this trade was only good for like about 5 points before it sort of dies out. And I'm not so sure you really want to chase it. We had such a steep sell-off here today that certainly gives you a chance to trade it. I'm just gonna go with the trend and go to the downside. Let's see if I can make like another 5 points to the downside. I'm not sure where I'm at, but where am I? What's my target? 98. I didn't get a great price. I shouldn't be trading this either way because I'm not in the, I'm trying to sell this, but it's obviously retracing, and I'm just trying to pick a top and a retrace, which is also not a good thing. So, this is probably going to be a stupid trade. I'm just forcing trades right now because we got nothing else going on here, which is really dumb. Don't let me do this again, guys. That was really stupid. I just forcing trades because this was not any kind of a sell signal, and it could be a short squeeze that could really hurt here. Totally unnecessary. I'm gonna take it back. That was a dumbass trade. I'm gonna take it back. So puking back almost all the gains I have today. Although I think it's probably gonna fall, but it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna trade the move. That's not a legitimate trade move for us. So actually, what's interesting is that in the Dow, if this thing stabilizes and starts dropping back through the green zone, that's going to be actually a legitimate sell point for us. Nasdaq is doing a big short covering. This is the other good thing about when you understand how to trade from the strong side, you also understand that just because you're on the strong side doesn't mean every trade you're going to make is good. You have to know the whole point about this particular setup is it knows its entries and doesn't do anything stupid. Unlike its owner, which does a lot of things stupid. But at least I got out of this without too much pain. We're clearly and by the way, look at the DAX. The DAX, we were at 77. It went all the way up to like the 16,000 mark, or 15,600 mark. Just watching to see if there's anything else going on here in the market. Everything seems to be recovering. So the buying a dip, which means it's going to take a while for us to come back and start looking short here. No real signals here, guys. Nothing, nothing really going on here. It's a pretty strong V-shaped recovery. So that's interesting in a Dow. I think I might, looks like a little tired. I might just come in here and see if I can salvage my pride here a little bit for 5 on the short side, because it does look a little bit weaker for me. Where'd I go? It's 4? We'll see. Again, I'm just specking, but hopefully with a little bit more intelligence. Maybe not. You know what? This is a good example of, I'm going to get long this because I think we look, boom. We look like I was just going to say, we look like we're ready to burst to the upside here. And now I'm going to buy the retraces and trade it back up to the upside because not for any particular reason of our setup, but just this is another really good example of where if you may have a dominant trend, but you also have a short covering move in that dominant trend. If you see that, you might as well play it. I mean, I'm just playing it for scalping just to see if I can make the move. Come on, come on, come on, do me. There we go. Oh, come on, do me. There we go. And so that that more than recovers me on any kind of. I'm actually way up now on the session, but I'm just basically scalping. What I should be doing is doing nothing. But if I'm going to do something, and I clearly I was wrong. I was trying to trade the trend. The trend really stopped dead here, and we had a massive reversal. And when you see that kind of reversal, you can use that power, especially on a very short-term basis, to trade against the bigger trend. Because now, like everybody else like me got trapped. The key thing is you need to change your mind right away and flip around, especially when you're just scalping around. But if I'm trading a pure setup, meaning if I have an actual signal setup, then I'm going to let that go one way or the other to fruition. That's the difference. The difference is that now I'm just scalping off of like free playing in jazz, and then you really need to understand very quickly who got trapped, and if it's you better go to the other side. But if I'm trading a structural setup, a setup that's designed off of a bunch of good systematic rules, then I'll stay with that setup. And only if I have two losses in a row in a structural setup am I going to re-examine and say, the dominant trend is just not working today. And by the way, it's during the what's happening right now? You have transition, right? You have these. It's a transition time. It's not like the trend has been here for days like it was here. It's only the first day, and within the first day, you're always going to have lots of transition up and down. When it comes up to these areas quite a lot, there's always a test before it decides which move it's going to go through. And So, we sliced through the downside, and now we may test it back up to the upside and then slowly start drifting. And over the next, what do we have? Tomorrow, Monday, Tuesday, it'll be interesting. We'll come back on Monday, Tuesday. And if we're down, like if we're in the 13,000s, like low 13,000s, you'll see how this whole trend is developing, and why, it's going to be, the shorts are going to get a lot easier. But in the beginning, whatever the dominant trend is, the shorts are not necessarily easier than the longs. You took a Connie, you took a buy on the NAS. You made some money. Good for you. So the one thing I would not do, though, however, here is unless we really sort of recaptured the longer term trades, is I really wouldn't want to trade the long side here as a continuation trade. The long side as a reversal trade was kind of a good idea. I don't think you're going to get much continuation trade here. But definitely a big pop in Nasdaq here. And no sense trying to pick a top here. If this thing really loses its steam, it's going to break and do a turn sell. And only when it does a turn sell do I really want to come in and take advantage of that trade. All right. I have to go, guys, because I have a new meeting, and tomorrow I'm going to be in Trading Battle. It's going to be very interesting, actually, because we're going to do some very cool things with it. So come join me tomorrow. Do you have any additional questions on all of this? The most important thing, as I said, is once we can establish a longer term trend, and that's a critical thing, we need to establish it. Right now, we're in the process of establishing it, right? And it could be reversed. This could be like the market at points of big trend establishment. There's always a lot of indecision. It's very rarely that it's just a straight shot to the downside. So maybe a couple of days of choppiness, but the whole idea is to stay on the side of the big trades, especially with our signals. And if we're going to scalp around it, then only trade the strong reversal moves of the counter trend. So the trend right now is short in Nasdaq, although it's not as clear as it could be. It's still definitely a short in Nasdaq, and definitely a short in the Dow, although again, problematic, not quite as clear as it could be. The cloud is still above the 200 SMA. We have there's basically 3 stages of, this is actually a good thing to look at, right? Let's look at this. We have excuse me, 3 stages of what I consider to be trend quality. So first, price pierces through the moving average, right? That's like a first indication of trend change. Then the cloud pierces through the moving average, right? It's a second indication. And finally, this is the really strong indication of trend. The bottom of the cloud, the lower part of the cloud, fully clears and creates a space between the moving average. It's basically, the long term is above the short term, and now this is a much higher degree of confidence that an upward trend has been established, right? Just like here, you have a pierce of price, right? Then you have a pierce of cloud, and then finally you have the back cloud separate, the back end of the cloud separated, and that's when you right around this candle, somewhere around this candle, you have a strong idea that where's this? Oh, because I don't have the buys. It's the templates. Okay, let's go. Trend long. Okay, so here's a good example here. It's actually curious. So we have a trend buy against a downtrend in the Dow, and it looks like it actually may be working right now. The signal is pretty working. But remember, it's not that they're not always going to work. It's a question: do you want it? Can you get it to work 3 out of 4 times in a against the weak trend, against the counter trend instead of the dominant trend? And that's where you're not going to do that. So like the first signal here, it actually seems okay. We could have scalped this out. But anyways, where are we on the on that sequence of trend? With the Dow, we're just on the peer side. We're not even on the cloud side. On the Nasdaq, we're in stage 2. Sorry, where's my Nasdaq? Stage 2. Stage 1 is the cloud. Excuse me. Stage 1 is the price. Stage 2 is the cloud, and stage 3, if we really do have a strong trend, the back end of this cloud is going to start to separate from the moving average. Like when we get basically right around here, we get to be the stage 3, and that creates a much more durable idea of a trend. Does that make sense to everybody? So so let's stay disciplined on these ideas, and I'll post in the room. I'm going to start posting. We're in stage 1, we're in stage 2, we're in stage 3, because these are long-term developments. It's not like but it gives us it gives us like a great way of handicapping where we are in the grander scheme of things. It also, I think, it makes us understand better the opinion of the market. Where am I? So, in fact, the reason why that, that long worked is because we really are not in a downtrend in the Dow. The Dow just sort of like tested the downside, but effectively is not, is really not in a downtrend. Should we trade one last time? Small amount. Let's trade this tiny. Let's trade this for. See if we can get 5 out of it. What do we need? 78. There we go. How come it didn't go? There, it's slow, man. Wow, that was a slow execution. Okay, that was nice. My last 5 points to the upside. Okay, guys. So very cool. I hope you got it. Oh no, Peter. Peter's asking a great question, which I thought was implied, but of course nothing is implied. So we're trading 1 minute against 1 hour, right? And that analysis, everything we do is fractal, meaning everything we do is fully fungible or fully applicable to any time frame. The critical thing is to align the short against the long, right? So if we're trading 1 minute, the long is defined as 1 hour. If we're trading 1 hour, the long is defined as 1 day. If we're trading the 5 minute, the long is defined as 4 hour, right? So whatever applies on the 1 minute versus 1 hour would apply 5 minute versus 4 hour, right? So it's not, this is a universal rule, not a specific rule. Is that clear? Let's see. Well, remember, it's not, the ES is on a 1 hour. I think you're missing what I'm saying here. So ES is on a 1 hour. And we did not go to stage 3. The stages are only on the longer term charts. We don't care about the 1 minute is like useless. So we only analyze the stages on the 1 minute, on the 1 hour, on the longer term charts. So on the 1 hour chart, ES is in stage 2. Oh, so I didn't understand you. So okay, wait. So Peter, again, yeah, it's 200. It's 200 EMA. Karen, that's correct, Karen. Peter, again, let's what exactly are you asking? So stages are applied to longer term, always to the longer. You're always analyzing like the longer term chart, right? We don't care about the short term charts. We don't analyze the stages. Oh, you were just you're saying, oh, like if I want to be really certain about the stage of, no, on the short term charts, you just gonna take the signals. We don't need to get cued on that. You know, we're all of those stages are just to confirm, to give us a degree of confidence, just to give us a degree of confidence. The short term charts are for entries. They're not for, all the other stuff is for analysis. The short terms are just for fucking entries. Just go in. Steve. I thought we have the session tool limit zero is the one you should be using. I'm going to delete everything else that's not there. They all do the same thing. So are you able to use session tool limit zero? Are you able to use that? If you are, that's the one you should be using. The CF 3 minutes, all those things are all expired. I just haven't had the time. I got to clean it all up. It's not, the limit zero is not there. Okay, so I'll clean it. I'm sorry. You know, thank you for notifying me. Let me clean it all up. Let me put up the MT4 limit zero. Limit zero is the one we're working with now. That's the version I'm working with right now. So I'll put that up in there. Okay. What's up? Who's working? What are you guys working on? Who's working on MT4 right now that has the trade commander? I'm actually going to rename this trade commander. Who's working on MT4 with a working model of trade commander? Talk to me in the room right now so we can organize this. So everybody has expiry notices. Okay. Got it. So let me, I'm going to rename everything to trade commander limit zero, both for 5 and 4. And let me get the right ones up there. If I have them right now, I'll get them. If I don't, I'm gonna have to wait overnight until I get a hold of Dougie, and we get the right ones. Okay. Sorry for all that, guys. I'll get it organized. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Pretty good session, actually. Like, you know, for all the bullshit I did, I managed to reverse. We actually had a decent day. I think we started at 31, ended at 80. So, you know, that's 25 NASDAQ points. That's not bad. Thank you so much, guys. Hope everybody's having a good time. We're definitely, I mean, the one thing you got to admit, we're trading so much better now than we did even a month ago, and definitely better than even 2 months ago. I think all of the structures are just working so much better. So thank you. Yeah, it is really great. I'm sure I will get it for you, Stephen. Thank you for nudging me. Okay, guys, everybody have a great day. I'll see everybody. Either you guys want to see me in the trading battle tomorrow, great. If not, I'll see you guys on Monday. But keep on trading. Okay, have a great day. Bye bye.